How to flash the Mercedes EEPROM chip. Today we've got a Mercedes W205 chassis, 48 volts mild hybrid battery. There's a problem with the output. That's because the data stored in the EEPROM chip was broken. So today I'm going to lead you through the complete process of how to use the XTooL device to perform the flashing process through the benchwork. Let's go. First, power on the VCI so we can enter the deeper menu of the component test. Also, just like every time before, please make sure there is a very good network connection. Component test, BMS repair. Okay. Mercedes Benz is a W205 mild hybrid 48 volts lithium battery. This one. Press the green icon on the top right corner so we can access the wiring diagram. What we have now is a KC501. So okay. Then in front of us there are two files. One for the chip, one for the instruction. For the instruction, it has to be noted. It's very important to locate the pin 1 position, or we cannot successfully make it. Just like shown in the figure. There is a dot on one corner of the chip, and this marks number 1, pin 1. Then on the socket in the accessories, the pin 1 will be like shown in the picture. If you're not sure about which pin is number 1, always turn to the second file. This is another type of the pin, just like shown. Just we don't have the KC501 accessory here, but we have a third-party board. That works as well. Now we can enter the first file. Yes, that's it. Scroll down below, there are two prompts. First, remove the chip from the PCB board, this 8-pin EEPROM chip. Second step is to insert the chip into the programmer and read it. But due to it's very tiny, so we have to perform some soldering iron work. Set the electric soldering iron to a proper temperature like this, and take it. Use some tin wire to assist the process, or it will be very hard to remove the 8-pin EEPROM chip. Use a heat gun to warm it up. Then we can easily remove it. Step 2, we need to solder the chip onto the board. All the 8 touch points has been previously soldered with a little bit tin. So then with the heat gun we can tighten it. No need to solder them one by one. To ensure there is a solid contact of all the 8 pins with the board, we need to re-solder it with a tin wire. A very important notice about the position of the chip with the board. There is a dot on one of the corner, and there is an asterisk here. Make sure they're very close. Don't do it oppositely. Now connect it with the KC501 DIP socket. Then connect the KC501 with the tablet through a USB Type-B to USB Type-C cable. This is a Type-B port and Type-C. Now the chip has been soldered on the board, and the board has been mounted on the KC501, and the KC501 has been connected to the tablet. And we can enter the menu. Read and write chip. Before flashing the chip, we need to save it first. The file is saved at this address. We can also check it here. Okay, so now we can perform the write data process. BMS ends. This is previously prepared data. We can directly use it. If you don't have this data, you can try to obtain from well-obtained data from a very good chip. And always prepare one to be used someday. It's done. in the end, remove the PCBA and use the heat gun to remove the EEPROM chip, and then resolder it on the original BMS board. Then the entire process is completed. Have you learned that? Actually, with XTooL devices, the bench work is not that complicated. If you want to learn more hardcore car repair tips, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.